The environmental reasons for going solar are pretty broad, and of course, I think when people choose to go solar, they definitely understand that it's a positive environmental impact. But I don't think people actually understand how broad that is. And obviously, when you go solar, you're replacing another energy source. So in California and throughout the United States, a lot of our power comes from coal still. People don't realize that. California is charging ahead, trying to get more of their power from renewable energy sources such as solar. But the best way to do your part is, of course, to put a solar system on your roof, and you're directly offsetting 100% of your usage in a lot of cases with a solar system that's going on your roof. These panels are going to last at least 25 years compared to a lot of other energy sources, and they're going to last well beyond that. We've seen solar systems that were installed in the 80s that are still functioning today, and that has offset that power for many years. But beyond that, solar is one of the few energy resources that actually can be installed in areas that a lot of other construction can't happen. For example, on landfills, you can actually install solar systems on top of landfills and utilize that land that was just sitting there, with trash underneath it and utilize it and replace it with an energy source that can be there for the next 50 years. And we're seeing actually a lot of that happen in California, where they're utilizing, reclaiming some of this land that couldn't be used for anything else and putting solar on top of that land so that you can utilize it to create positive energy. We're seeing a lot of that happen. Of course, there's also the environmental impact that you have by just having a solar system on your roof, replacing that energy. And I know a lot of people have concerns. They're thinking, well, my solar system, what happens when I have to replace it? What happens to those solar panels? So we actually have done quite a few projects where we've taken off old solar panels from people's roofs and replaced them. And we end up taking those panels and we provide them to either an organization that utilizes them for whatever reason that they have. A lot of these organizations are using them for small off-grid projects out, for we've seen them actually being used in ranger stations that are out in the middle of nowhere. We've seen people use these old solar panels for that. We've actually donated quite a few solar panels to schools for education purposes. We've seen people use them for wells that they can't utilize, so the well is so far away from the building that they need a power source for that. So we actually end up taking these solar panels off and reusing them in other applications, because the fact is these panels, they don't just stop working one day, and in most cases they degrade over time, over a period of time. So even a 25-year-old panel is still producing power, and out in the middle of a farm you can still put 3 of these older panels and it's going to power your well no problem. So I think there's a bit of a misconception about solar panels being stopping functioning after a period of 25 years, when that's not even the case. You really can reuse these panels for a long time, and they can have a positive environmental impact for many years to come.